In this video, I'm going to give you a complete breakdown of the 7 major regions in San Diego County. There are a ton of amazing areas to live here, but the areas or the regions, they differ greatly. I think this video is going to be useful for anyone thinking about moving to, or maybe you're already in the process of moving to San Diego, or maybe you already live here and you just want to learn a little bit more about some of the areas in San Diego County that you might not be as familiar with. Kicking off our little deep dive, let's start with the Central Coast region in San Diego County. It's going to be this area right here, kind of that area right next to the ocean. You're going to have the world famous La Jolla, Pacific Beach, Point Lomas here, Ocean Beach, Coronado, and the tourist favorite, downtown San Diego, which is home to the Gas Lamp Corridor, Little Italy, some of the most famous places or most well-known places in the entire San Diego County. But just keep this in mind. So these are very popular areas, and it's going to be popular not only for residents and locals, but it's also going to be, these are the main areas where like tourists will flock to. Expect a lot of people, expect crowds, traffic at times. There's just a lot going on. Now, in this area, expect to find lots of shopping options, restaurants, cafes. The different neighborhoods are gonna have their different smaller like sub-neighborhoods, different areas. Some of them are walkable, which is not, you can't say that about a lot of places in San Diego. Some of the most walkable neighborhoods in the entire county are going to be in this area. Now, per niche.com, there's some very highly rated schools as well that are spread throughout the area. It's very easy to get around these areas, but keep in mind there can be a lot of traffic just because it can be such a touristy area. You're also going to be very close to the main international San Diego airport. You're also going to have the train that runs through. If you're in the city, you have the trolley as well that can get you around to some different places. Now, we're by the ocean here, and this is the most well-known area. So as you can imagine, your median home price in this area is going to be near the top end for the entire county. Now, as of the recording of this video, and this can change, it can go up or it can down, just depending on different market and real estate conditions or housing market conditions. Median price point right now in this central coastal region is going to be right at about $1,397,000. That being said, prices can range. So you can find homes and condos below that price point, and you can find homes and condos above that price point. Now, the types of homes can differ depending where in the region you're at. So a lot of the homes, or most of the homes I would say kind of near the beach, are going to be more resale homes. You do get some small new construction every now and then, but it's going to be a little more few and far between. Now, next up, I want to talk about the region, a very popular region. It's going to be just north of the coastal area in San Diego. It's going to be the northern coastal area. Neighborhoods we're talking about here are going to be Oceanside, Carlsbad, Encinitas, Del Mar, Solana Beach, Cardiff, and a couple others. Very popular places to live. Now, you're going to find a mix of condos and homes here, but I would say by majority, there's probably more homes than anything else. Now, you have a nice mix of like suburban feeling neighborhoods, but you still have that ocean kind of community feeling going on as well. This is also an area where you get a lot of new construction. Lots of master plan communities. Here's a little pro tip. This is one of the areas where if you're looking at a new, like a home in a new master plan community, or maybe a condo or townhome, double check the disclosures and the documents and the financials, because along with an HOA monthly payment, yes, even with a home, you might have an HOA monthly payment. Look out for Melrose, can get very expensive sometimes. Now, prices here, just as of the time of this recording, median price around here was $1,250,000. So a little bit less than the central coastal region, but still way up there. But like the central coastal region, northern coastal, you're gonna find options below and above that price point as well. Now, there's gonna be lots of shopping, restaurants, cafes, parks to play for kids. There's a lot of fun things to do for adults. It has a good little mix of everything. Per niche.com and a couple other school rating websites, a lot of great schools in this area. Now, even though this is a coastal region, it's going to be a lot less touristy. That being said, Carlsbad is home to Legoland. Amazing place to go if you like Legos, and it's an amazing place to go for the kids. Let's stay in the northern location in San Diego County, and let's move east to the next region, which is going to be North County Inland. You can see this is physically a massive sized area, second only to East County, which is even bigger, We'll be getting into that one shortly. Now, these neighborhoods are going to be extremely diverse, or they're going to be very different from one another. Let me explain. Uber-friendly communities. There's going to be huge master plan communities here. There's going to be brand new homes, resale homes, condos, townhomes. There's a little bit of everything. Now, the farther east you go in this region, it's going to be de-urbanized very quickly. Now, some of the communities, like the most eastern ones, like let's say like Fallbrook and Valley Center, those are areas you can pick up a home for way below the median price in San Diego County, and you can have land and space. I'm talking acreage. Per niche.com, once again, you're gonna find some great schools or highly rated schools. South in the communities, such as like the Poway School District is very popular. The San Marcos is popular. Like communities like San Elijo Hills, very highly regarded and popular areas to live. Besides the schools, you're gonna have lots of after school activities. There's just a lot going on in a lot of these suburban areas for kids. Now let's talk price points in these neighborhoods. And I will say these can be some of the most competitive neighborhoods in San Diego County to buy a home. So the median price point as of the time of this recording is $950,000. So we're talking about a lot of data points in this area. That number can be a little deceiving because the more western facing neighborhoods and zip codes in this region are going to be more expensive than the more eastern like zip codes. So as you move towards the ocean, there's a premium for it. And not to mention, this region includes areas like Rancho Santa Fe and Santa Luz, some of the most expensive zip codes in the entire county. It's a very big area. Prices can vary just depending on what part of North County inland you're at. Just check these communities out. Ramona, Santa Isabel, Palomar Mountain. I mean, a lot of San Diegans, these are so far out in North County inland, a lot of San Diegans don't even know these are in San Diego. It's that far. Let's go south and we're gonna land in what's called Central San Diego, the Central Region. It borders the Central Coastal Region, and it could almost be part of the Central Coastal Region, but you're just not as close to the ocean or the beach. The funny thing is, you're probably only talking about a mile, maybe even less in some cases, going inland. But right off the bat, the temperature can vary greatly. Like it could be 8-10 degrees hotter just going in just a little bit. You don't have that coastal cool down, the ocean cooling things down. It makes a big difference. That being said, it's full of homes and full of options to live. Also very easy to traverse. This part of San Diego, I think it has more highways and freeways running through it than any other region. It's very easy to get anywhere in the entire San Diego if you're starting in this area. It's also going to be the region where San Diego State University is located. In addition to North Park, which is kind of considered a hot spot, there's some nightlife going on there. It's a very walkable and popular community. Actually find a lot of like craftsman style homes in this area if that's your thing. If it is, this is the place to look. Very little new construction. There's one-off projects that happen, but you're not going to find like any or very many master plan communities, anything like that here. The median price at the time of this recording was about $860,000. So only a little bit lower than some of the other communities we talked about. And you're gonna have a lot of diverse options as far as housing to choose from. Next up is gonna be this area right here called East Suburbs. Although most San Diegos, when they refer to this area, they say East County. This is gonna be a very popular region. A lot of the people who have lived in this area have lived here for a long time, or they're looking for, let's say, a home, a price point that is below the San Diego County median price. We're talking about a median price point here of about $800,000, so significantly less than, once again, some of the other regions we talked about. So gonna find condos and apartments here, but I'd say the vast majority of the homes in this region are actual homes. Inland, the more east you go, it gets de-urbanized very quickly. Lots of homes run, tend to be a little bigger. Get into areas, let's say like Lakeside. So Lakeside's an area where your neighbor, they could have a pet dog, or your other neighbor, they might have a pet emu or ostrich in the front yard. I mean, it changes that quickly. But like I mentioned before, certain times of the year, it can get very hot in these parts of the county. Some great schools spread throughout, per niche.com and school ratings. It's got a lot of highly rated schools spread throughout this region. We have shopping options, cafes, restaurants, farmers markets happening. Very nice neighborhoods to choose from. So from the eastern suburbs, let's move right into East County. Now, this is gonna be the very biggest region in the entire county. That being said, it's actually the least populated. This is going to be an area that includes deserts, mountains, and when I say deserts, I mean deserts. Just look at an area like Borrego Springs. Have you ever seen those sculptures? You see them on like TikTok, Instagram, quite a bit. People post them. dragons, dinosaurs, animals. That's in Borrego Springs, so that's in San Diego County. It butts up to Ocotillo Wells. Now, Ocotillo Wells is not technically in San Diego County, but just to give you an idea of what we're talking about here, that's where people are gonna be going out in like desert toys, quads, motorcycles, getting kind of wild in the desert. I mean, that's all happening out there. And the region can change very quickly. You get some of the highest mountains in San Diego County as well. You're gonna have Julian, have Mount Laguna. They're gonna be the areas that we actually get snow in San Diego County. There are some living options spread throughout, but truth be told, I think a lot of the people living out here probably are looking to get away or separate themselves from the rest of San Diego County's population. Is 100% fine, but you need to keep that in mind if that's where you're gonna look. Again, price points out here are gonna be, ready for this, $590,000. So that San Diego premium drops off real fast. One more thing you should probably consider if you're thinking about moving to this area, you do border Mexico to the south. For the final region in San Diego, we're gonna go south-south. Let's talk about South County. Very diverse area. Some of the oldest sections of San Diego County, but it's also got some of the newest sections as well. There's some massive master plan communities with parks, schools, everything you could ever imagine. Areas like Otay Mesa, Chula Vista. And there's communities like National City, been there for a long time, like almost the old Navy towns. And then you're gonna have Imperial Beach. The beach is a coastal community. Although if you're considering Imperial Beach, I highly suggest you look at it closely, like just Google Imperial Beach and let's say coastal runoff, you'll get the idea. The price point here is going to be $805,000. In San Diego terms, for what you get, coastal region, amazing master plan communities, you can see the draw and you can see why a lot of people move there. Tons of shopping, restaurants, a beach scene, cafes, lots of schools, parks to play, sports leagues for kids, like good sports leagues. I also have quick and easy access to the CBX terminal. This is a region, South County, South San Diego. You're going to border Mexico. So it can get very busy in this region. There are a lot of people who commute from Mexico into the US on a daily basis and back. Border crossings, there's two main ones, San Ysidro and Otay. So there's just a lot of cars on the road. I hope you enjoyed that breakdown of the 7 major regions in San Diego. If you need realtor assistance in San Diego as a buyer or seller, or maybe you need a referral in your market anywhere throughout the US, please reach out. I have a huge list of amazing agents to refer you to. My information below. Please subscribe by clicking here. If you're looking for your next video, check this one out. Think you might like it. Have an amazing day.